Jai Shri Mataji, I'm just going to make you host.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jai Shri Mataji, good evening, dear brothers and sisters in the UK and around the world. England is this great heart through which all the vibrations flow. And this meditation is probably going out to the world, and there are many realized souls, Sahaja Yogis, connected, and we're all together on this very, very special day. And I've just returned from Kabbalah, where a lot of yogis were gathered and are still at Sri Mataji's lotus feet. And it's a great honor and privilege for me to be able to join you this evening to express our love, our gratitude, our devotion to our divine guru, Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, our mother. And if I may, let us all begin by raising our kundalini and putting a bandhan on together with full attention so that we may connect through the ether and unite together at our mother's lotus feet. I'll just share the screen so we have a beautiful picture of our mother. Let us pray to Lord Ganesha for his blessings, to approach our mother with bhakti, with complete devotion and surrender and recognition. O Lord, please awaken within us pure desire, your wisdom, your devotion, your spontaneity. Thank you for allowing us within Sri Mataji's divine attention. We pray for your blessings. Please inspire our prayers and our pure desires. Please remove all the obstacles to achieving unity among all people in this world and peace, so that Sri Mataji's vision is completely manifested within us and without. There are so many beautiful prayers to the Devi, so many praises, hymns, shastras, Puranas that extol her virtues and immeasurable power, her qualities, attributes, and her love. And there is one beautiful prayer and poem that has been written in our times to commemorate her advent, the incarnation of Sri Adi Shakti as Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, which I will share, and has been written by a dear sister, Dania Martoglio. It was read on the occasion of birthday puja last year, and with her gracious permission, I would like to offer it on all our behalves to our beloved mother on this day. O Sri Adi Shakti, you have neither beginning nor end. You are eternal, limitless, loving energy. Your divine aspects are infinite and unfathomable. All the deities worship you, and in times of difficulty, the whole world prays to you. You are verily the Devi who desires the well-being of the three worlds. You are the Shakti of Lord Shiva and the loving mother of Sri Ganesh. Verily, you are the great goddess with 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes. You are the blessed and most auspicious Sri Durga, who supports this entire universe. You are Sri Jagadamba, who rides on a majestic tiger, wielding fiery golden weapons to protect her children. You are both Ati Saumya and Ati Rudra, gentle like the moon and also terrible like Rudra. You are Sri Sandra Karuna. Your eyes brim with intense compassion for your devotees. With one glance, you can redeem the lost seekers and bring them back to the path of righteousness. With one glance, you can destroy all the bhuts and rakshasas. In your human form, you also fought many battles. Throughout your life, you undertook great sacrifices for the benevolence of mankind. As benefactor of the gods, and out of great love for your bhaktas, you took your birth in the age of confusion, in Kali Yuga times. You were born in Chhindwara, at the center of India on the 21st of March 1923, during the spring equinox. You were given the name Nirmala, of spotless countenance, absolutely pure and without blemish, because your bright, shining skin glowed with divinity from the very moment of your birth. From your childhood, you amazed crowds with your fearless speaking style. You walked without shoes to vibrate the lands with your lotus feet. In the shlokas sung by the yogis in ancient times, it is said that even one particle of dust from your holy lotus feet can create an entire universe. As a young girl, you battled fearlessly for the independence of India. And even though you are the doctor of all doctors, you studied medicine to understand better human beings. You charmed and delighted all those who knew you. You were recognized by your noble parents as a saint and goddess. And later, those close to you would see through the veil of Maya and recognize you more and more. You cloaked yourself in Maya, living within a human family so that we could come near to you and we could behold the serene countenance of your heavenly face, shining and full like the autumn moon. You worked tirelessly to free human beings from the shackles of ego and conditionings. In 1970, you opened the collective Sahasrara, making possible for all souls to connect to the source that created them. You came as the counselor, the comforter, and the redeemer, as promised by Christ. You came as our mother. You came as our guru. You came to fulfill all prophecies. You gave meaning and life to all great religions. All the public programs and the traveling from country to country, you did all this out of love for your children, bringing the gift of Sahaja Yoga to bestow Kundalini Jagruti to the seekers. In thousands of lectures, you freely shared the ancient knowledge of the Shastras, the Kundalini, Nadis and Chakras. Even during ordinary conversation, as the master of all subjects, your every word is mantra, your every word is science. Verily you are our Satguru, who gave us self-realization, and verily you are our compassionate mother, with a love, patience, and tenderness to guide seekers across the ocean of illusion to become their own master. You came because we were lost, and we called out to you, O Mother. Verily, you are the light that drives away all fear and all ignorance. Verily, you are the font of eternal peace. May we always find you in our hearts and minds as the source of all goodness. May we always see you before us, your face shining, effulgent like the sun, your large red bindi of brilliant red casting radiance in all directions. May we see your flowing black hair gifted by Lord Yama, for verily you are the one who takes us beyond death. May we hear the victorious chime of your bangles as you wield your discus. May we breathe in your heavenly fragrance of rain-washed sweet kusha grass, lily of the valley, and heart of rose, mingling with the petals of 1,000 flowers in bloom. May we lose our individuality in the shimmering pools of compassion that are your eyes. May we bask in the beam of your sweet smile, so very charming to melt every heart. May we always recognize your divine hand guiding us at each important moment of our lives. Please keep us steady on the path of Sahaj that you have so lovingly prepared for us. And may we love others as you love us. Through your worship today, we seek that ocean of nectar which flows from your holy lotus feet like the river Ganges. May you be pleased with our humble offerings. We pray to Sri Ganesha to give us wisdom and auspiciousness. We pray that all the gods be present during this puja to you. May Lord Ganapati and all the deities be pleased on hearing your praise. We humbly ask for forgiveness for any mistakes we make. We thank you, Shri Mataji, for all your blessings, for touching all our lives in such a profound, joyful, and gracious way. Thank you, Shri Mataji, that you came on this earth out of great benevolence, so that we, your Bhaktas, could seek you and find you again and again in the depths of our being. Salutations to you, O Divine Mother, our Satguru, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. We bow down in devotion to you again and again. Salutations to you. Salutations to you, Shri Mataji. Namostute, Namostute, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namostute. We're going to listen to Mother's talk from Bordi, India, actually 40 years ago in February in 1984. Actually, beg your pardon, 1985. And it really is so all-encompassing that we will listen to all of it. And at the end, there is a guided meditation that she leads, and then how should we say, her words to us as guru, her expectations of us as her children for the future.
I'm immensely joyous to see all of you here. I do not know what to say from my side. The words get lost. They have no meaning. So many of you aspiring to ascend to that state where you would have complete joy, bliss, and peace. This is what I could give you. And a mother is only happy when she can give whatever she has to her children. Her unhappiness, all her restlessness, everything is just to achieve that end, to gift all that she has. I don't know how much to thank you people to go through all this, to get to that treasure that you have within.
Many apologies for the technical hitch. The video is going to be put on now, connected from the UK directly. Thank you for bearing with us.
I am immensely joyous to see all of you here. I do not know what to say from my side. The words get lost. They have no meaning. So many of you aspiring to ascend to that state where you would have complete joy, bliss, and peace. This is what I could give you. And a mother is only happy when she can give whatever she has to her children. Her unhappiness, all her restlessness, everything is just to achieve that end, to gift all that she has. I don't know how much to thank you people to go through all this, to get to that treasure that you have within yourself. Surge is the only word I could think when I started to manifest Sahasrar opening. That's easily understood by everyone so far. But you have realized that it is today a different style of yoga, where first enlightenment is given and then you are allowed to look after yourself. It was never done before. It's just a venture of your mother which has worked out. Otherwise, in the olden times, in the olden times, the system of, it's rather too close, I don't know what to do. Am I all right?
Yes.
This adjustment, all right? It's all right, it's better. So, in the olden times, of course, the concern of the divine was to get people enlightened. And he did not know how to work it out. No incarnation ever tried to work it out in this fashion. But whenever they tried to have a very severe hardship for the seekers, very severe hardships. I wondered how many of you have read the treatise of Buddha, when he used to travel with thousands of his disciples, not giving realization. They were not realized souls, without feeling any joy around, with 2 clothes, living in the jungles, just 2 clothes. And the area where he visited, which I have seen myself, is terribly cold, chilly, absolutely chilly. And the clothes were not clothes actually, it was cloth, covering their body, sleeping on the open ground. In very severe winter, or maybe the summer. Without any shoes, they were asked to walk for miles together, miles together. If you go and see where Buddha has walked and trodden, you'll be surprised. Buddha was also young, he used to also walk. But his disciples used to walk much more, because he would go and station in a place. He would send his disciples, there was no time to advertise or to announce anything. So he used to stay in one place, and the disciple used to go around the villages, ask for bhiksha, meaning the alms, to gather some food from villages, cook one time, give part of it to Buddha, and the rest of that they used to eat. They would go work out, get people from all the villages, whatever was possible, and would bring them to Buddha for a sermon. Such sacrifices. They have lived in huts, caves, in terrible darkness, meditating, but they never got realization. Very few got their realization. They were people who were sons of great princes and prince, dukes, what you call, duchess as you call, all very, very rich people. Women of very rich families followed him, and they walked for miles together with him in the thorny routes, because they felt that Buddha's work was of such universal importance, that they are the part and parcel of such a tremendous task, that they should be taking part in such a great work for humanity. This is not only in India, but even Viditama, who started the Zen system in Japan. In China, I was surprised. The amount of sacrifices the saints had made, the way they lived. I mean, if you see the way they were living in the conditions, you cannot imagine. And they ended up their lives like that, working it out, without any proper guidance, because Buddha had died. There was no way out. They had to find their own ways. Then they found Mahayana, Shvetayana, all kinds of things. Even if you see other seekers in other religions, like at the time of Christ, where did they live? And after the death of Christ, it was even worse, because they were persecuted, were killed, they were tortured, crucified. It happened with Moses also. His disciples were hounded, so they had to all run towards India. Imagine the distances from that area to Kashmir, how they must have walked, how they must have lived, how they must have carried on. And in thousands they came to India. Because they realized that they are doing a tremendous task, something so great that they are supported. In this country, we had a struggle of freedom. I was part and parcel of that. My parents were part and parcel of that. They were rich people, quite rich, I should say, from every standard. You'll be amazed, my father burnt all his suits. They were stitched in England. My mother burnt all her saris. They used to spin their own clothes and wear them. My father sacrificed everything, every pie that he had for the freedom struggle. He left nothing for us, not a single. I should say, of course, our family being rich, we had silver and gold and all that. But as far as all the cash money was concerned, was spent. And all the silver and gold also, thanks to English, that they took away from us, and they returned us when they went back. That's how we had some silver and gold left in the family. Everything, all that is material was snatched away. And I know we lived in beautiful houses and then we shifted to huts and lived there. Sacrifices to the maximum. And we were very happy about it, very proud. We had only 2 changes. We used to wash our clothes, live like very poor people, sleeping on this kind of a thing. For my life, I remember that I never used to take a pillow. I never used chappals for ages. I had only one sweater made out of this kind of a material till I passed out and went to medical college. I had that sweater with me. I had only one coat throughout my education. When I was in Lahore, which is terribly cold, sometimes can be like London, which was worn out and finished. But we never grudged and never grumbled and never said that our father should have looked after us and done something. Why did he just sacrifice everything for the country? Never, never, never. But even today, when they see us anywhere, they know we are the children of such a great man. They have tremendous respect for us. That quality was created, I should say, by Mahatma Gandhi. He made everybody so transformed into a new personality of tremendous sacrifices, tremendous. You cannot imagine how people lived. All the money that we had, everything that we had, all conveyances, all housing, everything was given up. Not only by my father, but so many of them. Otherwise, we could not have got our freedom. To get our freedom, this country has sacrificed so much. Now, after that, we are here to get our freedom, to get the freedom for our spirit, to make our spirit free from our greed, lust, from your anger, from our conditionings, from our terrible ego, from the body being enslaved by comfort. I must say Gandhiji had a special charm. I don't know how he managed. He was like touch of Midas, touched anybody, he became transformed. And he was an extremely strict man, very kind to me, to children, but he was an extremely strict. man. He would not tolerate any nonsense at all. Throughout, if you study the way all these people were brought up, not only for freedom of or independence, but even before that, for spiritual life, anywhere, there's one thing very common is sacrifice. And the consciousness that you are doing something right. Consciousness that you are part and parcel of the whole. Such a big thing, such a big work, such a noble cause. And then there was one thing very common. Very common among all of them, that the noble cause, the upliftment of the noble cause, made them sacrifice in such a Sahaj manner. Much more than the Sahaj Yogis sometimes, who have got so much in Sahaj Yoga. They have got their joy, they have got their spirit. I have seen it with my own eyes. Such people in this country, whom you may call legendary, but I have seen it. Thousands of people were killed and butchered. Children died. Nobody shed tears. Nobody shed tears. But to feel that you are for such a noble cause itself gives you that joy and that sense of involvement. And moreover, what I know about Mahatma Gandhi and other people, what I have seen, how they were, everybody was not allowed to come in. And anybody who did even slightest thing less than, whether he was a king's son or he was anybody's daughter or anything, any little thing they spoiled, anything, he was chucked. I've stayed in Gandhi's ashram, so I know what it is. And that's how you know I can go through rigorous life. It is his state. All the children, about 12 years, had to clean the whole of that ashram area, which is in actually 50 acres of land, every morning. They had to clean their latrines. Also the latrines of the guests, I have cleaned. And they were allowed only 2 dresses. And nothing could be kept, even you cannot see one paper anywhere, any litter anywhere. So clean, spick and span. And their living places were so neat and tidy. It was all done with cow dung, completely with cow dung. Everybody had to take a bath early in the morning at 4 o'clock with cold water. Whether it was Jawaharlal Nehru or Abul Kalam Azad, my father of any age group or a child. And 5 o'clock, Mahatma Gandhi was there for his lecture. Please don't raise your hands and raise your kundalinis. Please be seated. That's not the way. Try to understand what I'm talking. And then early in the morning at 4 o'clock, you'll be surprised. Getting up, for me it was all right. And then to walk in those 50 acres of land to the center of that hall, which was nothing but just an open space surrounded by some sort of huts where Gandhiji was living. To walk all the way, after bath, after getting ready and all that, and snakes used to crawl along. Nobody was bitten, of course. I think the snakes understood that people were busy with the great job of freeing this great country. And we would sit just like this, and snakes would be crawling. No lights were allowed. No lights of any kind. We only use sunlight. And when Gandhiji would come, sunlight was not there in the morning at all. Some lanterns were brought to put there. And we would see the snakes crawling up. But I never heard anybody complaining. But like a war, drove with such passion. Everybody competing as to what I can do, how I can be alright. Nobody even thought of comfort. Of course, they were all about, say, up to 50 years of age or something like that, maybe. In the ashram, mostly the people were about up to 50 years of age that time. And I have seen with my own eyes the people who had huge cars in the house and things like that, they sold off, they threw it away. They used to come by train to Wardha station and walk down. Gandhiji would not see anybody coming even in a tongue. And they listened to him and obeyed him. I have seen many missionaries, though they are not up to the point, nothing very noble, but that's how they take people to task and people work it out for them. I have seen that. In India we had missionaries and younger people who came from abroad. They just absolutely obediently listened to the missionaries and did whatever they said. Now today we are doing, as you know, the greatest of greatest work, because freedom, independence of freedom, or freedom, is of course necessary, political freedom to talk even about God. We could not even make a small little needle at that time. We were not allowed by the government, so much oppressed. So we had to get out of the shackles of slavery, no doubt. But now I find we have another kind of slavery, a slavery of selfishness, self-oriented. This is my comfort, I must have this, it should be enjoyable, I'm enjoying, I'm this, I'm that. You should enjoy, otherwise it is not something great. The whole thing should provide you some sort of a feeling, instead of you providing the feeling. Because people, I think, do not know what they are doing, what sort of a work they are doing. They do not want to come up to that level of that height to see what are you up to. You are trying to save the whole world. This is one of the reasons Sahaja Yoga moves so slowly, because they see people who are worried about their comforts, this, that, and also themselves are so lousy. There's no smartness about them. No feeling of that greatness that they have to do. You have to be smart. If you know you are on the wall, how you behave. I'm sure the mediocrity is much less now. Better people. I'm sure we'll get even better people now. Much better people. They worry about little things of their families, this, that. They worry about their own problems and their jobs and this and that. Nobody could talk like this to Gandhiji. I tell you, he would have slapped. Take it from me. It is as if to come to Sahaja Yoga means solve your own problems, that's all. Though they are solved, no doubt, you are helped, God helps you so much. But how much are you doing about it? Of course, we have some very great Sahaja Yogis, I would not deny that fact. We have some. much more than I had ever. And that's why I'm very joyous about it. But the dedication we count every penny that we spend, how much we got out of that penny, what did we do about it? This is not the way. Buddha never spent a single penny of his own. He got money from all his disciples, built all these big things and all that. He never had even a public help from anybody else. So rise now. You must rise above your petty, small mind. Rise up to the point where you should know you are going to save the whole humanity. If you cannot feel that, it's better to leave Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is not meant for people who are lousy. In Marathi the word is gabale. Tukarama has said, Erea gabalyatse kamano ve. It is not the work of the lousy. Shivaji himself, when he fought his war, he caught hold of people, the Sardaras and the dukes of that time, they gave up everything that they had. They gave up their lives, everything. Their children they sacrificed whatever they had. Shivaji had no money to pay them. You must have heard of lots of stories about Shivaji. While if you see how we Sahajogis are in this world, Kshema comes first before yoga. It's like that. It's your mother's love. I want my children to be comfortable. They are newly born babes. All right, they need comfort. They are to be looked after. But I cannot blackmail the divine because the children are small, can I? I'm here to do the job of God Almighty. And when you are my children, all right, His grace will work. He'll look after you. He'll make you grow. But grow now. Grow. You have to grow. Get out of this small nonsense that you are. See your personality, how you live. Where is your attention? What do you think? Are you thinking about Sahaja Yoga, that it is the most important thing for which you are chosen? I feel sometimes, as I was feeling all the time, that you might be uncomfortable in many places. But I myself have seen the way you people have been in those places most carelessly. The Western Sahajogis were surprised. That way Indians are better in this respect. And some of the Indian Sahajogis have been misbehaving in a very funny manner. It shocked me the way they have been behaving, shouting at people, creating problems. Some people come to see me, they talk to them in such a rude manner that they run away. You can talk to them sweetly. You have to be nice to them, not to shout at people. All right, I cannot meet everyone at every time, at every convenience, all right. But that doesn't mean you have a right to shout at others. This is so petty and so low that I don't know how far I have to come down. When you rise above all these petty things, you will develop that divine discretion. That divine discretion is the real blessing of God. All other blessings that you think is a blessing is no blessing at all. Unless and until you can grow, what is the blessing? Like a tree which says, oh, such a blessing that I have got rain. But out of that rain, if you cannot grow, what's the use of having that rain on you? You have to be compassionate, beautiful, sensible people who are highest beings on this earth. Take out your attention from all nonsense that you have been busy with. That's how you get possessed. That's how you get conditioned. Small, small things you see. In India, we have another problem. We cannot tolerate another person. If any person is doing good for Sahaja Yoga, immediately a group is built up. It's very common with Indians also. A group is built up to put him down. This was not done when Gandhiji was there. I don't know how it happens. It only happens with poor leadership. I think I don't have that leadership. At the time of Gandhiji, he used to blast people out completely, cutting each other's throat and saying things back behind, forming groups. Anybody who works out something nice and I try to help that person to express himself, immediately a group comes up too. And there are some hopelessly peripheral, useless Sahajogis in the West and in the East who try to make a mess of things. They think they are big gurus, big people, very small people, chicken-hearted I should say. And they think they are very big, great people because they can take good photographs maybe, or that they can wear a dress in a particular manner or something like that, stupid stuff as they are, and try to dominate others. Such people will be thrown out. Absolutely. No use having useless people in a machine like this. Today is the beginning of a new era. Of people of very high qualities, whose spirit has been enlightened. Let's all think about it. Now, you have to rule yourself and you have to rule others through compassion, love and discretion. Today that's the big time that I've declared that it is the universal religion, the Nirmala religion, which is formed out of my teachings of love. But it doesn't mean by any chance that you remain dwarfs. I'm not going to spoil you. I'm not going to spoil you by keeping you dwarfy people. So, try to rise. Do not dominate each other. Respect each other. You are out for a very big work of Virat. How much you know about the divine, nobody has known so far. But fix up yourself. I have known of a very great saint called Gagangarh Maharaj who's fallen down completely. If a person like him can fall down, you also can fall down if you do not understand what is your worth, what is your value, and what is the position you are given. So we have to today, with all our love for our mother, have to decide in our heart that we are going to have large-heartedness of sacrifices. What have we sacrificed so far? Just think of it, have we? Did we sacrifice anything? Please try to understand that I have to use you, the great souls, to save the humanity. You must grow, you have to grow. On money points also, people are so wretched, they make money, they save money. In America, I was surprised the way people cheated me of money. Thousands. In India also this is a very common practice. Then if you have career-mindedness and you are very ambitious, how my job will remain, this, that, you better get out of Sahaja Yoga. It's not going to help us at all. Thirdly, there are people who believe that this is my wife, this is my beloved, this is this and all that nonsense. Why are you here? For what? Or my children, my household, my mother, my father, all sorts of wretched people around. If you cannot rise above them, you cannot help me. I'm sorry, you cannot help. You have to be very, very strong people. You have to be people of very great valor and great idealism and noble ideas. Some are like petty shopkeepers who follow the platoons to sell some things around. In Marathi it's called Bazar Bunge. So now you meditate upon this point that here we are to establish the universal religion of ascent. It's a tremendous task. If I could do it alone, I would have done it, but I cannot. It's only through you I have to do it. And you have a heritage. You come from a very great birth where you have this heritage. With that heritage, if I cannot manage you, I think I better give up your leadership. I cannot do it. When we were fighting for our freedom, all of us were removed from schools because we were in the missionary school, and the missionaries believed that Christ was born in England. So they would not allow us to study in those schools. So we were all removed from schools. We had no education. For some time, I couldn't pass my inter science for 2 years. I couldn't appear because they rusticated us from colleges and schools. The government rusticated us. But we were such proud children, very proud. I was, of course, very much thick in it. I was never frightened. I was just an 18-year-old girl. And I remember one day, some people came and told us that your father is transferred from this jail to another jail. They had such pride for us, all the people. So they had brought cars to take us down. And there were so many there. And mother naturally was worried because I was a young girl. The police used to torture me, used to give me shock and make me, my life very miserable, beat me and all that. So she was crying and she told an old gentleman who was there that I'm worried about my daughter. I don't want her to be tortured anymore. So I went and smiled at him. So he said, no, you just don't stop it now. You just don't do it. It's not proper. So my father took me aside. He said, don't listen to this old Johnny. He's now about to die. Forget him. I would like all my children to be sacrificed on the altar of freedom. If you are doing it, I'm a proud mother, and I'll tell your mother to behave herself. I'm so proud of you. Such atmosphere I have passed through. I had to give up my college I was absconding for 8 months. The police was after my life. I know what we have gone through. We were very young people, 18 years, you can imagine. And now when you have got the freedom of your spirit, you must seek the comfort of your spirit. There are some people who are complainers and this and that nonsense. They should not have come. Or those who are Indians, they should get out of Sahaja Yoga and leave us alone. But those who know that they have come here, not to enjoy themselves only, but to make the whole world enjoy what you have got, to give it to them, and for that one has to sacrifice. One has to bear the pangs. How much I bear your pangs when you are caught up, when your troubles, when this and that. I've got blisters sometimes from you, everything. I don't mind because it is my life, my mission, my existence, my everything is for the purpose of emancipation of humanity. Even the last drop of my blood is for that. So my satisfactions are very different. Please remember, you are born of a very brave mother. Please try to rise. Be proud that you are doing such tremendous task. Have that feeling of great valor. Then only we can achieve results. You have seen so many wars, you have seen so many war pictures, you have seen how people have fought, how they have sacrificed themselves. And let us see what are we doing in this war. Just make your body your slave. Get out of the slavery of your body, of your conditionings and your nonsensical ego. I'm sure, as a mother, I'm not so bad. But as a father, I think I lack some things. Please, try to come up so that I should feel that I did not lack in my fatherly attitude towards you. That awe, that understanding of a father's expectations. This I am not saying to you because it is some present situation, because of you people particularly, or for anything which is very, very sort of present day problem. None of these things. But is my announcement of this new dimension into which we have to rise. And as in the war, we have to declare, now forward on. In the same way, this is a declaration, in no way to degrade you, in no way to insult you or to say anything about any one of you, but to just infuse that inspiration which led thousands and thousands and millions and billions of people to sacrifice for a greater cause. So now, have respect for yourself. Raise your heads. You are the ones who are going to fight. You are the ones who are responsible. Prepare yourself, prepare your body, prepare your mind. Be discreet. This is my I would not say request again. This is my order. May God bless you. Let us all meditate now. There is no need for tying up your kundalinis. There is no need to give yourself bandhan. There's no need at all to do anything. If you just come up to that stage just now, there's no need to raise your hands and tying up your kundalini. Not necessary. Nothing is to be done. Your kundalinis are already tied up. Assume that situation. That's all. That's what you are. The Veeras, and not the stupid. May God bless you all. May God bless you. Respect yourself. Respect. May God bless you. There's nothing more important to me than to see you rise to that level of understanding of your own values and worth and discretion. You have to become sweet, nice people. But very, very powerful. That you can control yourself, your tongues and your things. You control, complete control of yourself. May God bless you again. Please meditate. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Put your both the hands towards me. Put your attention onto Sahasrara. Just your attention onto Sahasrara. You are in my Sahasrara, all of you just now. Put your attention to your Sahasrara. There's no thought, nothing. Just put your attention to it. And just rise up to that point. There's no drama about it. There's nothing artificial. It's actualization. All weaknesses are to be left behind. Let's be strong people or strong values. With dignity and sobriety. silence, absolute inner silence. And one need not talk too much to jabber, to talk frivolously is not your way. Feel it in your heart, your own dignity. Your own glory. The serenity of behavior. We are all saints, but saints of very high quality, of very high quality, not ordinary type. Put your attention to सहस्त्रार. चित्त अपने सहस्त्रार ठेवायचं. अपने सहस्त्रार पे अपना चित्त रखें. Any thought coming, say, not this, not this, not this. May God bless you.
Let's just remain in silence and allow Shrimataji's words to resonate within us and to imbibe that infusion of inspiration that we have just received. Let us take every word to heart. Let us wake up tomorrow morning and really start this new era and stand up and carry forth her message and share it with everyone we meet. Let's really promise in our heart, really, really to go all out and do our best to honor her incarnation, her sacrifice during her lifetime, which is eternal and beyond this physical body that we feel now. Mother, you are ever present, you are all powerful and almighty. Please empower us to be your viras and to be the instruments to fulfill your vision. We thank you humbly again and again for the opportunity to be part of this transformation. Mother, we will dedicate ourselves, not just with our desire and attention, but also in our actions. let each one of us tonight take all Mother's words to heart. Mother, please give us courage, give us strength, determination, the spirit of self-sacrifice, a concern for our fellow human beings, to go all out. Thank you, Shri Mataji, again and again for taking your birth. Thank you, Shri Mataji, again and again for giving us our rebirth, giving us the goal and the means to achieve it. We bow to your divine lotus feet and promise to dedicate ourselves fully and wholeheartedly for the emancipation of humankind, as you yourself spared no effort in your lifetime. Thank you again and again, Shri Mataji, for being present today within us and in the whole universe. Jai Shri Mataji. So if we could perhaps remain in silence, and when we feel that we can, at a certain point, take our leave and introspect on Mother's powerful message and carry that with us for the whole year ahead.